Before the world wakes up, there's a moment of silence. It's just you, your thoughts, and your choices. Most people waste this moment, scrolling, rushing, escaping. But the Stoics believe that how you begin your morning determines how you live your entire life. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This wasn't poetic fluff. It was a reminder, a command, almost, that the first few moments of the day are sacred. You see, in our world today, mornings are chaos. The alarm rings, your phone lights up with notifications, and before your feet even touch the ground, your mind is already flooded. Emails, bills, messages, the weight of everything waiting for you. But here's the truth. You can't live a Stoic life if your mornings are ruled by noise. The Stoics treated mornings like warriors preparing for battle, because every day is a battle with distractions, fear, and temptation. And if your mind isn't centered before you step into the day, the world will control you before you even realize it. So let's rebuild your morning the Stoic way. A morning that rewires your mind for focus, calm, and strength. Mantelpiece clock, step 1, wake up with intention. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being.'" It sounds simple, but hidden inside is a deep truth. The moment you wake up is your first test of the day. Will you rise with purpose or drift back into comfort? Most people lose that battle every morning. They hit snooze. They check their phone. They start consuming instead of creating. And without realizing it, they've already lost control of their mind. The Stoics would say, you've surrendered your morning and therefore your peace. So instead, when your eyes open, pause. Take a breath. Don't rush. Don't touch your phone. Just remind yourself, I've been given another day, another chance to think clearly, act wisely, and live fully. That single thought rewires your brain from reaction to gratitude, from chaos to command. Thought balloon step 2, silence before action. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Before the world demands your attention, the Stoics believed you must claim your mind. They began their mornings in silence, not out of laziness, but mastery. Try this. Sit for 5 minutes. No phone, no sound, no goals. Just observe your thoughts. Watch them move like clouds in the sky. Don't judge them. Don't chase them. Just notice. This isn't about meditation in the modern sense. It's mental discipline, training your mind to see clearly before acting impulsively. When you start your day in silence, you notice how loud your inner world actually is. And that awareness, that space, is where peace begins. Balance scale, step 3, prepare for challenges, negative visualization. Seneca practiced what he called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Every morning, he imagined what could go wrong that day. An insult, a delay, a loss. Not to become negative, but to become unshakable. He wrote, he robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand. You and I both know, life rarely goes according to plan. Traffic, arguments, bad news, they all come uninvited. But when you expect them, they lose their sting. You stop being surprised by hardship and start being prepared for it. So, each morning, tell yourself, today, I might face rudeness. I might fail. I might be misunderstood. And then remind yourself, but I have the power to stay calm, to act with dignity, and to keep my peace. That mindset alone separates those who crumble from those who rise. Sunrise over mountains, step 4, align with your purpose. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Modern life makes us forget why we wake up. We rush into tasks without direction. But a Stoic morning begins with clarity, a reminder of who you are and what you stand for. Ask yourself every morning, what kind of person do I want to be today? How can I serve others through my actions? What would my highest self do in this situation? Write your answers down. This isn't self-help fluff. It's identity training. When your mind remembers your why, distractions lose power. Step 5, gratitude and perspective. The Stoics didn't romanticize life. They knew death was near. Every sunrise was a gift, and they treated it that way. Epictetus said, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he is not, but rejoices for those which he has. Gratitude rewires your mind faster than any motivational speech ever could. Each morning, before you move, think of 3 simple things you're thankful for: your breath, your health, your loved ones. Don't just list them. Feel them. Let that emotion ground you. When you start your day with gratitude, even chaos can't shake you. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start saying, "I'm lucky to be alive to face it." Candle Step 6. Begin with calm action. Now, the Stoics didn't believe in just thinking, they believed in doing. A calm morning isn't about sitting around. It's about acting with purpose. Once your mind is still and your values are clear, move. Drink water slowly. Stretch your body. Write a few lines in your journal. Approach your first task with silence, not stress. Do it not for praise, but for excellence. As Marcus said, do every act of your life as though it were your last. Every small act, brushing your teeth, cleaning your space, making your bed, is training. Training to live with intention. Training to live like a Stoic. So now you've built the foundation. You've woken up with intention, found stillness, and reminded yourself of your purpose. But here's where most people fall short. They prepare their schedule, not their soul. The Stoics believe that before you go out and face the world, you must train your inner world first. Because if you don't strengthen your mind in the quiet moments, the noise of the world will own you. Let's dive deeper into how the Stoics train their minds every single morning. Not with complicated rituals, but with discipline, perspective, and deep presence. Brain Step 7. Morning journaling, the mirror of the soul. Marcus Aurelius didn't write his meditations to publish a book. He wrote them as a private morning ritual, a way to talk to himself, to hold himself accountable. He used his journal like a sword and a shield. A sword to cut through illusions. A shield to protect his mind from weakness. He'd write things like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That wasn't a quote. It was a reminder to himself. A note to remember who he wanted to be when the day got hard. So here's how to apply this. Every morning, open your notebook or even your phone, if you must, and write 3 things. 1. A reflection. What am I feeling this morning? It could be something small. I'll speak calmly when I'm frustrated, or I'll focus deeply on one task. This simple exercise rewires your brain for awareness and discipline. It takes 5 minutes, but it changes everything. Because here's the truth. If you don't choose your thoughts in the morning, someone else will choose them for you. Fire Step 8. Train the body, strengthen the will. Stoicism wasn't just a philosophy for thinking. It was a philosophy for living. The Stoics trained both the mind and the body because they believed the two were one. Epictetus once said, "We must undergo a hard winter training and not rush into things for which we haven't prepared." For him, discipline wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Think about it. Every time you resist comfort, every time you choose discipline over laziness, you're telling your brain, "I am in control." Here's a Stoic-inspired morning training routine. Cold water or a cold shower. It's not about toughness, it's about control. You're teaching yourself that comfort doesn't rule you. When the cold hits, breathe slowly. Say to yourself, "This is temporary. I remain calm." That single practice will build mental armor faster than any motivational quote. Body movement. The Stoics were warriors, athletes, philosophers. They believed in strengthening the vessel that carries the soul. Walk, stretch, do push-ups, anything that wakes your body consciously. Don't do it for aesthetics, do it for mastery. Marcus himself would take morning walks to reflect on his duties for the day. Controlled breathing. The Stoics didn't use modern meditation techniques, but they understood the power of breath. Try this. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. As you breathe, remind yourself, "I'm here. I'm calm. I'm ready." Each of these actions teaches one thing. You control your response, not your environment. And that's the essence of Stoicism. Cross swords. Step 9. Guard your mind from digital chaos. Let's be brutally honest. The first few minutes of your morning can make or destroy your peace for the entire day. You grab your phone, you scroll, and within seconds, you're comparing, reacting, envying, consuming. You haven't even started your day, and already, you've handed your attention to the world. Seneca warned us about this centuries ago. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. If Seneca were alive today, he'd say, "You're not out of time, you're out of focus." So before you touch your phone, ask, do I want to start my day by consuming other people's chaos, or by mastering my own mind? The Stoic morning means this. Your mind is your temple. Don't invite noise into it before you've prayed in silence. Create a digital barrier. No social media, no emails, no messages for the first hour. Use that hour to connect with yourself, not the world. Because once you train your brain to focus on what you can control, the rest of the day becomes easier, lighter, clearer. Some behind small cloud, step 10. Face the day like a philosopher warrior. After his morning reflections, Marcus Aurelius would say to himself, "Today I shall meet with meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly people." He didn't say it with bitterness, but with preparation. He expected difficulty. He welcomed it, because he knew you can't control what happens, but you can control your attitude. That's how a Stoic steps into the day, calm but ready, grounded but sharp, gentle but unshakable. As you move into your morning, your work, your tasks, your relationships, keep returning to one question. What is within my control right now? If the answer is my effort, my response, my mindset, then focus there. That's Stoic power. That's inner freedom. You see, the Stoic morning routine isn't about perfection. It's about preparation. It's not about escaping the world. It's about meeting it fully with calmness and clarity. But there's still one more level, the final layer that turns this from just a morning ritual into a philosophy of life. You've prepared your body. You've sharpened your mind. You've guarded your focus. But now comes the hardest part, carrying that morning peace into the chaos of the day. Because anyone can feel calm at sunrise. The real test begins when the world starts shouting. Marcus Aurelius faced armies, betrayal, and disease. Yet he wrote, "You have to assemble your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible." That's the secret most people miss. Stoicism isn't about grand philosophies. It's about moments. Tiny, quiet moments where you choose peace instead of panic. Self-control instead of impulse. Purpose instead of distraction. Let's break down how to live your Stoic morning all day long. Puzzle piece step 11. Pause before you react. You've done your journaling. You've calmed your breath. You've entered the day with clarity. But then someone cuts you off in traffic. Or your boss sends a cold message. Or someone you love says something sharp. In seconds, your peace is gone. Marcus would say, if you're distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Let that sink in. The thing didn't disturb you. You disturbed yourself about the thing. So here's your practice. Whenever you feel triggered, pause. Take one deep breath and silently ask yourself, what would a Stoic do right now? Maybe you respond calmly. Maybe you walk away. Maybe you simply don't react at all. That single pause, that single breath can protect hours of your peace. And that's how the morning training pays off. Every act of control in the morning prepares you for this moment. The battle between your emotions and your reason. Step 12. Revisit your morning intention midday. The Stoics didn't meditate once and forget about it. They carried their reflections throughout the day, like a torch that guides them through darkness. You can do the same. At midday, maybe during lunch or a short break, pause for 60 seconds. Close your eyes and ask, am I still living according to my morning intention? Did I let anger or fear control me? What can I adjust for the rest of the day? Seneca said, every night, before going to sleep, we should call ourselves to account. What weakness did I overcome? What virtue did I practice? What duty did I neglect? That's accountability, not guilt. It's how you refine yourself daily. And it begins by reconnecting with the peace you built in the morning. This habit alone, of checking in, turns your day into a dialogue with your soul. You stop drifting through life and start directing it. Thought balloon step 13. Practice presence in mundane moments. Let's be honest. Not every day feels inspiring. Some mornings, you feel empty. Some afternoons, life feels repetitive, even pointless. Marcus felt it too. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being." He reminded himself that even the simplest duties, waking up, eating, helping others, are sacred when done with awareness. So the next time you're making breakfast, walking to work, or washing dishes, try this. Slow down. Feel the motion. Breathe consciously. Tell yourself, I'm alive. I'm here. This moment matters. That's Stoicism in action, finding meaning in the ordinary. Because when you treat small moments as sacred, big problems lose their power. You start realizing that life isn't happening to you. You're participating in it. Candle step 15. End the day as a philosopher. Here's where the circle completes. A Stoic morning isn't complete without a Stoic night. Before you sleep, sit for just 5 minutes in silence. Reflect. Ask yourself, what went well today? What could I have handled better? Did I live according to my values? Seneca called this the examination of conscience. He said it gave him peace because he never went to sleep with guilt or confusion in his heart. Write down a line or two, not for productivity, not for social media, just for your soul. When you end your day this way, you wake up lighter, clearer. And that's how the Stoic cycle continues, day after day, until peace becomes your default state. Sunrise, final reflection. A Stoic morning isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's not about doing everything right. It's about starting the day right. With intention, with clarity, with inner strength. Marcus Aurelius wasn't superhuman. He had doubts, fears, exhaustion. But every morning, he chose to rise, not just from bed, but from weakness, confusion, and distraction. He didn't meditate to escape the world. He meditated to face it with power. And that's what you're being called to do too. To wake up each day, not as a victim of circumstance, but as a student of life. To see every moment, good or bad, as training for your soul. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings and your mind says, not today, whisper back the words of Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. That, right there, is the essence of the Stoic morning. Before you go, take this moment to reflect. Which part of this Stoic morning will you start practicing tomorrow? Journaling? Silence? Gratitude? Comment below and share your commitment. Not for validation, but to inspire someone else to begin too. And if you want to live every day with calm, focus, and Stoic discipline, make sure to subscribe to Stoic Path, where we don't just talk about wisdom, we live it.